This is Daily Flash with Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. Broadcasting worldwide and streaming. Daily Flash. Today's talk, tomorrow's trends.
Hi, everybody. I'm Andrea Jackson.
I'm Mitch English, welcoming you to Daily Flash. We got today's talk, tomorrow's trend.
Yes,
Most importantly, we have you. How are you?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
You're in blue. I love you in blue. Your eyes pop.
Thank you. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that.
As we roll through, let's get kicking off this work week. You know, I know you hate to say it, but it makes us feel so much better that you have really joined us on our work week. You know,
Yes.
it makes for a good week.
I agree. Have you heard about this mayor in California, Arcadia, California? Chinese mayor.
Okay.
Come to find out, she's been working for the Chinese government as a spy.
I have not heard. Oh my gosh.
Yes, and she even had her own news organization. It was called like U.S. Center for News or something ridiculous like that. But she was pushing pro-communist content.
No, I'm sorry. Communists cannot be mayors at all. Did you know that?
She's a mayor. Eileen Wang.
New York City.
Yeah, exactly. Mondami. Eileen Wang is her name. She is now the former mayor of Arcadia, California. She's been charged with acting as an illegal agent on behalf of China.
And I hope that is for treason. It's not,
Yes,
should go
she
after
faces
that?
up to 10 years in federal
That's
prison.
it?
Right, and a $250,000 fine, though any sentence would be determined by a federal judge.
And you wonder how it's constituents out there that get you into office and that sort of thing. And, you just got to sell it yourself the right way and got to be doing our research on these candidates.
The crazy thing, this is California.
Yeah.
Like, what is happening in California? And speaking of California, I don't know if you guys are watching the Spencer Pratt thing. I mean,
he's running for mayor.
He's running for mayor for Los Angeles. Previously on a reality show, he and his wife, his family, lost their entire lives in the Palisades fire. They've yet to be able to rebuild. And he decided, you know what? I'm gonna jump in. I see problems with what's happening in our government, and I'm gonna try and make a change.
And you know what's interesting about this is that there was a CBS reporter actually who did a lot of deep dives, and he's got a book out. And we think of reporters, at least for CBS, is that they might lean one way or another. Spencer Pratt is actually kind of conservative, which is even more interesting. The controversy is this mayor takes off saying, hey, this fire's coming, we need to do something. She goes to Uganda. And matter of fact, to where the point where they were sending out pictures to make it look like she was there. Her team were sending out pictures, meeting with firefighters that they had taken months before. So it had nothing to do with it, but to make it look like she was still there. Had the opportunity to show up for a press conference. Instead, she went to a party in Uganda and it had nothing to do. And she said she had to do this. She had to do this. And they're saying, no, you didn't.
Meanwhile, the city's burning.
Literally.
And her deputy mayor was serving house arrest for, I think it was fraud. So I mean, it's like, what is happening in California?
Go back 10, 15 years, and then you say Spencer Pratt is the voice of reason of all of this. With him and Heidi Montag.
Heidi Montag,
which they were on, craziness was happening. It's just so weird in this world, and it goes to show you, maybe we need to be opening up our eyes a lot more than what we're actually seeing.
Well, it's almost as if people are asleep at the wheel, right? So let me just correct myself. The deputy mayor, Brian K. Williams, was serving house arrest, 1-year probation, $5,000 fine, 50 hours of community service for a fake bomb threat hoax against City Hall. This was the deputy mayor.
How is he still?
How is he still holding that position? He should be done.
That?
California, my friends. I mean, it's crazy.
Right. I mean, even going back to the Chinese Chinese spy. So she's a naturalized citizen, or she was not born here, correct?
That is a good question. I would have to look that up for you.
So I mean, she got that deal. 10 years, that's a deal.
Yeah,
she must be giving up information in order to get herself out.
I believe that's what she's facing, right?
Yes, she's facing.
She's facing 10 years. There has to be some deal in place. They want to know what she did. So I'm not surprised by that, but I would think there are even more agents across the United States.
I was literally about to say that.
We are so open and we're welcoming to other people.
Almost like we're a victim of our own success.
We are, but well, I mean, here in this country, you can come from other places and you can buy up the land in this country and turn a profit, but we can't do the same in theirs. So that's a problem. So
Amen, brother.
I want to get off my soapbox. I want to get on the soapbox.
Well, you bring up the land purchases. That's a big problem when you've got certain governments like China buying up land next to military bases. Like,
Right, and no one says anything.
Right, like who's watching the farm?
No one
I don't
say
know.
anything. And when you do say something, it's like, oh, okay, you must be all right. I'm okay. I'm gonna get down. I'm sorry. I'm gonna jump on the soapbox of social media. How about
James,
that?
you're allowed to do that. Of course, yeah, social media. Tell us how folks can get involved, and let's hear their 2 cents.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to hear your 2 cents, but go on to dailyflashshow.com where you can click on sound off. You can sound off on our question of the day, which is text from your ex.
Ooh.
Delete or reply.
All right.
Text from your ex.
I think, okay, so let's say you're in a new relationship. Would that be the case? Is that what would your new relationship think if they saw it? And that would give you your answer. If they wouldn't approve of it, you would delete.
Oh, I mean, why not reply and say, "Hey, I'm with somebody else," just throw it in their face?
I think not replying says more.
I do too. I agree.
So
Yeah.
you wouldn't reply?
Yeah, that's why they never text me back.
Right. Don't reply because if you reply, you're opening up the door for more conversation. That's
true. That's true.
There's a reason why they're your ex.
Yeah, exactly.
But some people can't, get over the good times from the last relationship, and if one relationship is so fresh, some ladies like
then you're
like
dipping
the
your toe
toxicness.
in a lot of different things. Then, like you're kind of keeping your hand in the pot, so to speak.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
If you maybe you had unfinished business, it seems like that's the only reason you want to do that.
Yeah.
And maybe you go, hey, look, I'm never going to. You even say, I'm not going to text you ever again.
Yeah.
I just want you. If you have to do that, I don't know. I'm not a psychiatrist, but you see, this is what I've done, and take it from that.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that I go, I just want to let you know, I really looking back on what we went through, I could have done things differently. I want you to wish you the best in life.
Oh, you sent the final text.
Oh,
I did.
sent a final text.
And that way I'm burning the bridge, and
Yeah.
and hopefully it left for a nice landscape. And I've always thought, somebody told me your relationship should be like Boy Scout camping. You should leave a relationship better than when you were found.
Oh.
And I've always felt that way.
What if she's toxic though? I don't know.
Well, then you're a better person.
you're
Is
a
what
better
I'm saying.
person.
I'm not a
getting out
better
of it.
person. I am messy.
Yeah.
So I will
You
text
need to
back.
learn.
I'm with your replacement. Don't call me again. I am. You want to see her picture of her, and I'll show her a picture too. I don't care.
We want to hear what you have to say.
That's honesty, Bo.
DailyFlashShow.com is a website. This is the man you need to talk to. He will put you on the air. Eileen Wang, born in China, moved to America.
Oh,
so there you go. So she was,
red flag.
Yeah, red flag.
Literally.
Major red flags. Well, speaking of relationships and texting, a woman decided to end her relationship with her boyfriend after she discovered his Chat GPT history. You guys are going to love this. Lindsay Hall, she's a PR professional, Substack writer. She accidentally discovered her boyfriend's Chat GPT chat titled Relationship Issues and Uncertainty while borrowing his laptop. The AI conversation revealed his doubts about their 3.5-month relationship, including lack of attraction, her lifestyle, her cats, eating disorder history, and a devastating line that said, quote, I'm just not proud of her. This is 3.5 months into the relationship. With no positives listed, the AI suggested he end the relationship.
Okay.
So she confronted him about it, and they later broke up. She admits to invading his privacy, but says the negativity shattered their relationship.
So she's blaming him, is what it sounds
She's
like, when
blaming him.
he was trying to do something. I guess how can you fix this relationship and that sort of thing. It sounds like that it was doomed in the first.
It was doomed to begin with, but the Chat GPT history is interesting. Much like the texting, we're kind of taking it to a different level. But if you discover your other half's Chat GPT history, how much would that affect your relationship?
Why are you so? That's nosy. Stop being so nosy.
Well, she
Why do you
did
want to know?
admit she was borrowing his laptop, and she did admit she invaded his privacy. But maybe it was for the best.
But
I think it sounds like the question kind of realms is like, why are we going to ChatGPT?
Yes.
Okay, so
I
I appreciate it because a lot of people don't want to go meet with a psychiatrist, especially on a newer relationship, right?
Yes.
They also like, hey, you have to have that good friend. The good friend's going to be looking out for you instead of the relationship, because that's what good friends do. And so what I appreciate about ChatGPT, because this would be something I would probably do, is that it's coming from an unbiased source. Thank you.
Okay.
And I can also set it up and saying, okay, I could tell it everything on my side. keep in mind, this is my side of the story. And you can set ChatGPT up saying, hey, you're a great therapist, yada, yada, yada. I want you to follow the studies of whoever you admire and that sort of thing. So there's a little bit of research that needs to go in before you do ChatGPT. So I have no issue with that part of it. It's invasion of privacy, but it looks like ChatGPT really helped him because she wound up seeing it. And if problem fixed itself.
All right, okay, all right. Hey, stay with us, still more Flash to come here. CC Hollywood joining us next.
Hi, I'm CC, and this is CC Hollywood. What does it cost to belong to a country, to a culture, or even to yourself? Today's story lives between two worlds. Frank Tian is not only a director, he's the pioneer and founder of Janie Entertainment, a pioneer in the emerging microdrama industry. At a time when storytelling is being redefined, he has built projects that turned a $250,000 investment into over $30 million in the box office. And yet, his journey is not just about success. It's about identity, about displacement, and about the quiet cost of finding where you truly belong.
19年我们准备开启长时间的全球旅行，所以第一站来到美国就因为疫情，2020年1月份的疫情，我们就滞留在美国，到今天为止。23年底才遇到了短剧出海的风口。24年我们正式投入到短剧拍摄，到现在20个月过去了。我们从最初的夫妻店2个人，到今天加中国公司在一起超过了100人。
但是夫妻店的时候，那个时候是不是很难？
夫妻店的时候，没有觉得很难，他必须要合规的财务，必须要合规的很多东西，工作就好了。他只是很辛苦。
你跟你太太，然后你们是怎么分工？就2个人，
我做 producer， 他做导演。对，我负责所有的合同和项目，然后他负责做导演去拍摄，拍完以后再跟我们的后期团队剪辑完成，所以这是一个合作的方式。
He didn't arrive with a perfect plan. He arrived with questions and a need to survive.
那说到这个是什么原因让我去进入到这个行业，并且在 all in 这件事情，我认为2024年初，整个中国的短剧开始逐步向海外扩张的时候，一开始我大概用了1个月的时间就研究完结合，我就决定 all in。
And there are no map, and no one tell them how to run. So they kept moving.
但是中国花了5年时间，从9亿到500亿的市场增长的量，我看到了。我相信美国也会复制中国的发展。突然才发现，我们已经跑到第1名了，就应该做宣传的时候发现，就穿了个大裤衩子。哇，这个时候发现不体面，也开始穿衣服。
And then he realized people were watching.
所以就忽然间很多新的东西你要学习。
对，
特别是
企业管理。
你的企业管理，而且不仅仅是在中国，你现在是在美国，你是在一个
法治非常健全的，
非常健全，而且大家现在是盯着你的，
对，很多人盯着你，我们有很多的潜在股东盯着你做得好，就天天约你打牌。
Survival became discipline, and discipline becomes structure.
A lot of people say like, oh, I know Frank, he's kind of one of the most luckiest person, or like he might be just at the right time, at the right place, and start the right business. So I want to ask you personally, why you are the American underdog story?
I think God loved me.
Absolutely.
Most time I think I'm a lucky guy.
那我知道之前因为高峰导演说跟你是一个内耗的人，对吧？我觉得这个是一个非常重要的波段。是不是？因为你现在等于是你要百毒不侵，对吧？有很多外面的各种各样的东西，
对，百毒不侵，
对吧？你要保持自己内心的一个镇静。
我觉得我不内耗，用我妈的话来说，这孩子听不进也不放，滴水不进啊。你给他说破天，他还是想干啥干啥。书面一点就是不内耗。
Maybe it wasn't luck. Maybe he simply moved before the rules were written.
让你们其实算是闪婚，对不对？对，就你们才认识22天，对吧？那什么东西让你决定你说 yes 了？
不是冲动，就这个男人
有担当，有勇气，那个东西是我认为是非常非常可贵的，是这个东西，我就义无反顾嫁他。我相信我跟他在一起能够共创出，不管是公司还是人生的美好未来。
You can hire me as a consultant. And he said, well, that's like a boyfriend and I want to get married.
So you see his commitment.
See his commitment and the work that he's done to get to this. It's a lot of work to get to this point.
He is very good. And not even this business, actually, I realized before he has very good sense to find some money. He can smell of money very well. Not even this business. There are many little things about his
sense, right? You talk about sense is important.
Frank, he has so many successful business experience.
Right.
He know virtual drama is gonna be very big market in the future. So we have to take the part of them. We are not only be the production company, we have to be the distributor as well.
That's very true. That's very visionary.
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
And over time, people didn't just work with him, they choose to build with him. Belonging is something we all search for. But for some, it's not a place you arrive at. It's something you build over time. And maybe that's the part of success we don't often see. This is CC Hollywood. In flashing, there is a belief in beauty, not chasing change, but knowing when to return to the body. A more thoughtful, long-term approach to beauty, less beauty.
So we've upgraded. Mitch, the website.
Of course, we got more Hollywood stories.
More Mitch, please.
And now you can read and watch what we couldn't fit on the show.
And there's even a sound off button. Just click it. Leave us a message.
Right there from your computer.
Or even your cell phone. You could hear your voice right here on TV. So what are you waiting for?
Go on and check it out. Right now. Go on. Do it.
DailyFlashShow.com. It's the website for Daily Flash. We kept the name simple for you.
Welcome back to Daily Flash. Each year, the New American Home showcases the latest and greatest in innovations and smart improvements. This year, it comes with a side of philanthropy. Take a look.
At the New American Home 2026, SKS and LG are not just showcasing the future of high-tech and luxury living, they're empowering a home with heart. This year's Show Home is a groundbreaking philanthropic platform designed to directly support Jonathan's Landing Foundation and its vital mission to create a comprehensive community for adults with autism.
I fell in love with this property, but I realized that I could do more than just building a home. I could build a gathering place. I can find a way for the community to come together and to support a cause that was very important to me, which is autism and providing housing and employment for adults with autism. We're going to provide the maximum services for each individual for the least cost to the families.
In the kitchen, for example, SKS appliances offer unparalleled precision and luxury, perfect for everyday cooking and grand-scale entertaining. For Jason and his son Jonathan, cooking has provided an avenue for communication, creativity, and lifelong memories.
This is a very unique home. We had a great team helping build it, and now we get to do all this great entertaining and bring people into the community.
So what makes this kitchen so unique? It has a 48-inch dual fuel pro range with 6 burners and a griddle, a 24-inch wine column, 30-inch fridge and freezer column, panel ready. And don't forget the 24-inch built-in under-counter fridge with drawers that can be turned into freezers. There's also a back kitchen for the ultimate entertainer with a 48-inch dual-fuel pro range with built-in sous vide and a combo wall oven with speed cook and steam. Within the New American Home, ThinkQ technology acts as the intelligent core, seamlessly integrating everything from SKS's professional-grade culinary suites to LG's advanced HVAC systems, smart laundry, and OLED TVs. This creates an effortlessly intelligent, energy-efficient, and truly connected living experience that redefines comfort and convenience. To continue to inspire others to connect through cooking and raise awareness for Jonathan's Landing, SKS has launched #PassTheApron. People are encouraged to film their own apron pass moment and tag others they want to nominate to support the cause. Learn more at SKS Appliances or visit sksappliances.com/pass-the-apron. And for more on the 2026 New American Home, go to tnah.com.
All right, thank you there, Jackson. Some trending news stories around here. An indoor water park making a splash with a bizarre twist on a classic milkshake. It's kind of wild. Visitors to the Great Wolf Lodge, been there many times. It's great. You could try a limited edition, ready? Ranch milkshake. It's topped with carrots, celery, whipped cream, and crispy chicken. The shake is a blend of vanilla ice cream and the ranch dressing. It's going to sell for about $3, $3.10. You can sip it or dip it, totally up to you. Critics claim the shake is the perfect example why America is struggling with obesity, and I can understand why. But it's also, if you're out on vacation, this is the kind of drink you have, right? I mean, just to try it. You don't go down to like, it's Wednesday. I need to go get my ranch milkshake. It's something different, and this is also a place that really is family oriented.
Yes.
If you've never been to a Great Wolf Lodge, they're awesome. They have indoor water parks and such. So let's keep it there.
Yeah.
No need to go anywhere else, and I'm sure they'll appreciate that as well.
Will it be showing up at your local state fair anytime soon? It probably will.
Yes, but again, that's a thing that you would go to with the family. So,
yes,
right.
same with like deep fried butter sticks and Oreos.
There is the grossest thing I've seen at a fair one time. It was called a sundae. But it was a meal. So basically, it had like chicken, and the ice cream was mashed potatoes, and they made it like a sundae. So it looked kind of cool.
Yeah.
But it was a meal, but then I'm thinking, I'm at the fair. So my understanding, and correct me if I'm wrong, calories don't count at the fair. That's why you can eat as many corn dogs as you like.
Because once you go on the zipper and you throw it all up,
That's
you're
why.
not going to have any calories left to digest.
And the answer is always yes if you want to go faster.
Yeah.
Right? Do you want to go faster?
That's true with the DJ.
My DJ, I gotta hurry up and get my strip club job after this.
And he always has a nice set of summer teeth.
Summer
there, summer not. I don't know about this one, but I can certainly appreciate the creativity, so to speak.
Something different, by all means. And like I said, it looks nice.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks wonderful.
But I think, like you mentioned, the meal sundae, you're going into that thinking you're having a milkshake. So there's an expectation of sweet and delicious versus savory and filling, right? So it's like a psychological effect when it comes to how it's packaged and presented.
And, if you made a healthy version of that, made it look cool, I mean, I'm sure parents would jump aboard on that because they'd be like, hey, I want my kids to at least have dinner.
Yeah. And whipped cream and ranch dressing, I'm not quite sure I'm there yet.
I've never had that. Do you have like any, I have like weird combinations of things that you have to have maybe specifically using dressing? Are you a dressing person?
I love like a blue cheese dressing. Yeah, absolutely.
Like with chicken, it's really good.
Oh, God, yeah.
Try this. I know it sounds crazy, but in Mississippi, Catalina French dressing on pizza. It sounds great. It sounds like that ranch milkshake, but it's really, really good. It'll make you want to just lay in bed and watch this show with no shirt on. Really nice.
There you go. Stay with us.
Like that, right there.
This is Daily Flash with Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. Broadcasting worldwide and streaming. Daily Flash. Today's talk, tomorrow's trends.
Hi, everybody. I'm Mitch English.
I'm Andrea Jackson. This is Daily Flash. Today's trends, tomorrow's talk. Before we do anything, we love to check in with sweet baby James.
Yes,
Hey, James.
I mean, your social media guru without the red cup of Kool-Aid.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Solo cup.
It's a solo cup. 219 stations where you can find us. And you can find us at American Forces Network all over the globe. You can also go to our website, dailyflashshow.com, and click on where to watch to find out where we are in your neck of the woods. And we are heading to California for our local friend. In fact, it is Palm Springs, California, KAKZ-TV.
All right.
Now, Palm Springs has a very unique history.
Yeah, tell us.
Yes.
All right, Palm Springs Aerial Tramway is the largest rotating tram car in the world.
It's cool. It's a beautiful. I've been on it.
You've been on it?
It's really
Okay.
neat, but it
okay.
is a little terrifying at certain points. Yeah.
I'm interested in that. Let's see what happens. More than 75 mid-century modern homes make it a desert modern museum.
Yes, it is. Oh, yeah, for sure.
And Frank Sinatra, the Rat Pack, his former Twin Palms estate is a local legend. I can imagine all the parties that went down there.
Is that the one that was just up for sale?
I think it was, and I think it's the one that has the piano-shaped pool.
Oh, wow.
Well, it's a piano-shaped pool, but the way the pergola is set over it, the shadow casts the keys onto the water.
Oh, that's dope.
I think that is the one that's
wow.
That's art to me when you use kind of
yeah.
mixed media, if you think about
exactly.
it. That is,
that's
really cool. I want to go check that out now. All right, thank you there, James. And we love our friends in Palm Springs as well as all over our 219 stations around the country. Jumping into some trendy news that's happening in the world. A Chinese influencer claims that she has lost thousands of followers after a filter revealed her true face.
Oh, boy.
She was doing a live stream when it happened. She was seen primping for the camera when all of a sudden her beauty filter comes off, revealing a very mature face with a different complexion. Her virtual varnish restored a few seconds later showing a paler skin, younger features on it as well. Some followers came to her defense, claiming they actually preferred the unfiltered version. What do you think? We would love to hear from you. I think that it's a day and age. I think sometimes I see women, when Pamela Anderson is a good example, with no makeup on. I just think she looks so much better without any makeup on.
No.
You don't agree?
Needs to put on
I
some
think
makeup.
she looks really.
She needs to put on some makeup. I'm sorry. No.
I think she looks
no,
great.
Sir. No, no. Go put on some makeup.
It does say a lot, this whole story, about like what's real, right?
Yeah. That's true. I mean, but in the case of the lady, she was trying to pawn herself off as a younger lady to attract more dudes and so on and so forth to make money. But that was scary. Because when that filter dropped, it was like, oh my God. It was like I'm in a horror film. Oh my God, Scream 3.
but it says a lot about what's happening with the distortion of, the way we look at looks these days, right?
Yeah.
And I think of looks maxing, that new trend with guys.
Oh my gosh.
And the rabbit hole you can go down when you start to look at these. And there was that trend for a while where women wanted to look like a Snapchat filter. They would go to the plastic surgeon and say, this is how I want to look. Well, that doesn't exist anywhere except in a Snapchat filter.
I'm
unreal.
I agree with you. And I think that just as we were talking last week about how there are kids that are saying, I kind of want to go back to pencil and paper.
Yes.
We also see it in music. People are going back to vinyl, and I'm kind of hoping that maybe that might come back around. It's like, let's just start seeing the beauty in like everything of something real and tangible, especially in this AI world where everything that we see, you're like, now for me, if I see something cool, it's fake. It's automatically fake. And there's no way that we can really tell the difference. And that comes down to even the simple software for when you're doing Zoom calls. It's just a button. It can make you look 10 years younger. Yeah. And there's, I understand that people want to look good when you're presenting because people look at his wrinkles, his hair is, recessed and that sort of thing. It's human nature. Yeah. But there is something about being real and being who you are, authentic, I guess.
The scary thing is when you roll over and you see the makeup on the pillow and you look at her in the face.
Yeah.
One too many beers.
Remember that?
Beer goggles.
Exactly.
Beer goggles. All right, stay with us. Daily Flash continues today's trends. Tomorrow's stop.
Hey, welcome back to Daily Flash. Mitch English along with Andrea Jackson as we look inside the lifestyles of the rich and famous and some celebrity real estate.
Okay, let's do it. We're going to start with Marilyn Monroe's former Palm Springs home. It is on the market with a $3.3 million asking price. It is known as the Marilyn Monroe Dollhouse. The mid-century modern masterpiece was owned by the screen legend until her death in 1962. Looks gorgeous. Constructed only a year before her passing, the home includes 3,000 square feet of living space. Features 4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms. It has a spacious living area with a fireplace, dining nook, retro bar. Sliding glass doors frame the main living space and open out to a patio.
That's beautiful.
Pool, hot tub, and a fireplace.
I like the openness of it and the fact that it's Marilyn Monroe's. Like people would come over just for that, right?
Yeah.
It's really, really cool. We move on now to a guy, we can't understand, but we can't understand how great he lives. Bob Dylan. His former Harlem home finally has a buyer. The Limousine Revival Townhouse served to Dylan for more than 14 years. Some wallflowers were grown there. That's
long stretch.
Whatever
if you
happened to
it.
Jacob Dylan?
He came back for a little while.
He came out.
He came out and came back. Right. Actually returned to the market back in August 2025, $3 million. Dylan purchased the residence in '86. He lived there until 2000. The spacious 5-bedroom property. It's got 4 floors and a cellar.
Ooh, that's pretty.
The interior has a giant ceiling, 6 fireplaces, unique hardwood floors. Modern amenities include a big wine fridge, original stove, and a contemporary chef's kitchen. Final price and the identity of the new owner has not been revealed.
That's beautiful.
It
Too many
is.
stairs for me, though.
True.
Yeah. A stunning mid-century Los Angeles home once owned by Olympic gold medalist Shaun White has hit the market for close to $5 million. White purchased the home back in 2018. Built in 1955, the 3-bedroom, 2-bath spread is around 2,000 square feet. Features floor-to-ceiling glass windows that frame the city's skyline. Absolutely gorgeous. Inside
Look at
the
those chairs.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that great? Inside, the custom furnishings were handcrafted for each room, come with designer fabrics. There's also a 2-car garage with a Tesla charger. Garages can be tough to come by in Los Angeles. The house has a new roof, new windows, wide plank floors, custom walnut cabinetry. Chef's kitchen features a custom banquette with panoramic views. Even the exterior is wrapped with flagstone terraces and landscaped grounds.
Shaun, I just want you to get your hair back. I loved his long curly red
Really?
hair.
I like the short.
I mean, he looks great, but like
Yeah.
the Olympics, I was like, where's the Shaun that I remember?
Yeah, I
but
know.
hey, who cares? He's got a great house, right? Booze Baron John Frank's massive Connecticut estate with a secret, I don't know how you make it a secret, 30-car garage and go-kart track finally now under contract. The 10-bedroom, 14.5-bath home listed $25 million, built in 2009. It includes 18,000 square foot main house. It can host 250 guests for events. The estate is surrounded by mature trees and rolling lawns. That means they don't laugh at penis jokes. Adults. You know. The main doors open up to a grand entrance with a double staircase that leads, and we do laugh.
We do.
Separate wings. The large chef kitchen anchors the home, along with a family room and a dining room. Main bedroom suite. It features a terrace overlooking the gardens. It has every amenity you could think of, including a wine cellar and a golf simulator. Now, outside, it features 2 pools, a separate pool house, 2 bedrooms, with a changing area and entertainment space. Another original structure on the property is used for staff housing. I want to go back. You said so in LA. I know you used to live out there. I lived in San Diego, but the garages aren't that big. It's just the houses.
Because there's a lot of homes that were built in the 50s and 60s with carports, not garages.
Which the house I'm in now has a carport. That makes sense.
So garages can be tough to come by.
Okay.
So it's definitely a benefit. Yeah.
Well, I would imagine so, especially nobody walks in LA as the songs
That
go,
is
right?
true.
So you would want to protect your car, and then street parking is such a big deal.
Yeah, what a nightmare. Yeah. I love that home, but I just can't imagine the maintenance.
Right, and then a 30-car garage, like, again, talking about showing off your cars, it's underground and you can't find it. But hey, if you got the money, you got to spend it on something.
That is true.
We want you to spend time with us. It's free. More of today's Talk, Tomorrow's Trends right here.
Good real estate right here.
Good real estate. No need to go anywhere.
For generations, mankind has depended on one sacred device, the home television, a portal to laughter, heartbreak, and that one weird British baking show you swore you'd only watch once. But after 5 long days of labor, housework, and endless carpool lines, one question still haunts humanity. What do you binge this weekend? Fear not, the experts are here. Join Daily Flash every Friday for Streaming for the Weekend. Because life's too short for bad TV. Streaming for the Weekend every Friday, only on Daily Flash.
Streaming for the weekend.
Planning a summer cookout? We've got a few easy ways to bring more flavor to the table.
Memorial Day is the first big cookout of the summer, and for many, that means firing up the grill and gathering with friends and family. With fresh ways to elevate your cookout menu, here's culinary instructor and cookbook author Brooke Parkhurst.
For me, it's not a summer cookout without Bush's baked beans. They're a classic staple that pair perfectly with all of your barbecue favorites, and their rich, slow-simmered flavor brings everyone to the table.
Bush's baked beans work alongside everything, from grilled meats to simple sides. And with flavors like original and brown sugar hickory, they offer a savory sweet twist to everyday meals.
My summer menu, I'm serving up dishes like Bush's barbecue chicken nachos. They're fun, shareable, and perfect for bringing everybody together. And for something a little bit heartier, Bush's baked beans with brisket. They're my go-to. It's smoky, satisfying, and guaranteed to keep everybody coming back for seconds.
For recipes and summer entertaining ideas, visit bushbeans.com.
May is Cystic Fibrosis Awareness Month. Cystic fibrosis advocate Rebecca Duckworth joins us now with why we still need a cure.
Cystic fibrosis is a rare genetic progressive disease, something you're born with, that causes sticky and thick mucus in the body. And that mucus affects various organ systems like the digestive system, the lungs, and liver and kidneys. I do 90 minutes a day of treatments just for my lungs. I put a vest on that shakes the mucus from my airways. I do inhaled nebulized medications. I can't digest food on my own, so I take pills for that. It really adds up. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes just to maintain. And then if you do get sick, you're looking at hospitalization, IV antibiotics. It really compounds pretty quickly. But there's a lot of progress that's been made in my lifetime. We've seen breakthrough in medications, but not everybody's eligible for the same medications. And we're really waiting for that cure and fighting for the cure for everyone with CF. You can visit cff.org/CF month. It's a great place to start for more information on the disease and for more information on your local CFF chapter and how you can get involved and help us make CF stand for Cure Found.
Hey, welcome back to Daily Flash. Mitch English along with Andrea Jackson and James Alexander. In today's roundtable and relationship refresh, we're talking about regret when it comes to relationships.
Yeah, let's face it, we all want a relationship where there is mutual love, but there are times where we may regret loving the wrong person. Take a look.
ענק סולומון.
Okay. So, all right, we're going to find out the connection there. Yeah. Joining us to talk about regrets in relationships is trauma expert Dr. Janie Lacey. We love having her.
Yeah, Janie, great to have you here. What does regret really mean in a marriage?
A great question. As I'm looking at that clip, I think we need to be careful not to oversimplify this, right? Because regret in relationship is not always what it looks like on the surface. In therapy, when someone says, "I regret marrying you," or what they're often expressing is pain. It's not necessarily the truth about who you are to them. And what we look at is that regret can be an emotional signal. It's telling us something isn't working. It can mean that they regret how the relationship has evolved. It can mean that they regret choices they've made inside the marriage, or that this is where we have to be honest. It could mean they are genuinely no longer committed. So as a therapist, I always say regret points to a wound, not necessarily a verdict.
Okay.
But the question isn't just, do they regret me? The question is, what is the regret actually about? And is this person willing to do the work to understand it?
All right. So the words were said, should you ever actually stay in a marriage where you might actually regret being with your spouse?
I think here's the real talk, Mitch, right? Staying or leaving from a therapist perspective is never a decision that I would tell anyone to make based upon regret alone. But regret left unexamined will follow you into the next relationship, right?
Oh, yeah.
I've seen it happen over and over and over again. So what I would say to this is before you make a permanent decision, you owe it to yourself to ask yourself and get honest about why the regret is there. Is it because the relationship has become toxic or unsafe?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a totally different conversation, Mitch. But if it's rooted in unmet expectations, unmet wounds or communication breakdown, that's workable. That's why I'm in my therapy office today. I mean, that could be addressed. But one note there, if there is emotional abuse or manipulation or some type of sense that yourself has to be completely eroded inside the relationship, then staying in the name of working on it can actually cause more damage. Safety and healing have to always come first, always, Mitch.
I would say, Dr. Janie, one question. I mean, how do you trust somebody who told you that they regret being with you?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Oh, well, this one hits a little bit differently, James, because when someone says to you, it lands like a rejection on your whole self. And I want you to acknowledge that because the wound is real.
But here's what I need people to hear. Their regret is information about them. And I know it doesn't change how it hurts. It's not a verdict about the person's worth. Now, can you trust them again? Well, that depends entirely on what happens next, right? Did they stay in the heat of a fight, or did they stay in the heat of a fight or immediately own it? Or is there a pattern? And are they consistently making you feel like a burden, like a mistake, like you're not enough? I mean, those are very different situations. So trust is rebuilt through consistent behavior over time, not through words and not through apologies alone, through demonstrated change. So if someone told you that they regret and they're unwilling to go into therapy or unwilling to examine what's driving that feeling, unwilling to do the work, then you have your answer.
Yeah.
You have your answer. And if it has nothing to do with you being untrustworthy, it has everything to do with them being unwilling to do the work.
This is great information. Dr. Lacey, thank you so much. Definitely a lot of work for some folks to do.
Basically, it is them and not you.
Yeah.
So when they say it's not you, it's me, I'm glad that a doctor actually said that.
Exactly. We're going to share this interview on our website, dailyflashshow.com/FMI. Stay with us. Still more to come here on Daily Flash.
This is Tim. Tim is all about time, and if you've ever had a chance to look into Tim's cold, dead eyes, you'll see that it's time for you to follow us on social media. Sure, there's 10,000 social sites out there, and we don't have the time to name them all. Seriously, just ask Tim. So take the time to look for Daily Flash TV on your favorite social sites, and start following us. That's all the time, Tim. Goodbye.
Welcome back to Daily Flash. Don't just sit there. Come hang out with us online. We're all over Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all of them. You name it. Just search Daily Flash Show. Jump into the fun. Of course, you can always sound off by dropping us a line. flash@dailyflashshow.com is our email. And we love your responses.
We do.
James.
Yes.
They're coming in.
We got to talk about the first question of the day, which is today's question is, what's one thing you're looking forward to this week?
I said my wife has been out of town, so I'm looking forward to her coming back. But I got to be honest, I get to eat my kind of pizza and all the bad food.
Oh,
No cauliflower crust.
No cauliflower crust.
Okay.
And Thursday is recycle day, so I throw all of the Dr. Pepper cans
No.
and the evidence away. I do. And
She has a great sense of smell. She probably smells it in the house when she walks in.
We have cameras to our house. I have a feeling she checks me all the time.
She totally checks.
In my underwear.
Yeah.
Like that bump out we have with the guys in bed. That's me.
She's got one of those cameras in a picture frame you don't know about.
100%. She's about to keep it a whole
of course she is.
library of.
James, you've got some comments. What are people
Yes.
saying?
Here's a couple of comments from last week's question of the day. Thanks to our Flash family on TikTok. The question, what's something you thought you'd never use but now love?
Oh, okay.
Now, Jasmine says, honestly, grocery delivery apps. I thought it was lazy.
Yes, Jasmine.
But now it saves me so much time, and I avoid impulses to buying snacks I don't need.
I never thought of it. That
That's
is
a great
true.
point.
I do, however. They know that on the app. They'll
Yeah.
say, you bought apples. You might as well buy peanut butter too, or something like that.
Yeah.
Like Amazon does. And then I wind up throwing it in
But
my.
the grocery stores count on those impulse buys. That's why they're stacked with everything right there.
I love they
check
call
out.
them POS, which is point of sale.
Yeah.
But that's not what POS means.
All right, we get to Marcus. Marcus says noise canceling headphones. I used to think they were overhyped, but now I can't work, travel, or even relax
Amen.
without them. Total game changer.
All right, folks, you can sound off and we can share your comments on there. Anything that we've talked about, by the way, throughout the week, anything,
game.
it's okay to go back and just ask. Our website's up and running for you right now.
Dailyflashshow.com. That's how you get a hold of us. That does it for us today.
Man, it sure does. Y'all take care. We will see you when we look at you. Bye-bye, everybody.